All right, let's take a look at this problem. Now, as we're working through these, remember you should always focus, have a can-do attitude, take initiative, and listen. Whenever I underline something, I want you to underline it in the book. I want you following along in your book. If I write a number in, I expect you to write the number in as well. Okay, here we go. The bakery made 110 pumpkin muffins. So that's important information. I want to underline that. 110 pumpkin muffins. They will be packed in boxes with 8 muffins in each box. That's important information. About, and remember, what does about tell me? It tells me that this is going to be an estimating problem. We can see that right there. About how many boxes will there be? Okay. So we're going to use a vocabulary word that we started using last week, multiple. A multiple of a number is the product of a number. This could be any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a counting number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, are counting numbers. So, estimate 110 divided by 8. And we're thinking, what number multiplied by 8 is about 110? Okay, so our first step, we're going to use multiples. Here's our counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this word problem, our counting numbers is going to represent a box. And then the multiples are going to represent the muffins. Because see, one box has 8 muffins. So one box, 8 muffins, 2 boxes, 16 muffins, 3 boxes, 24 muffins, 4 boxes, 32 muffins. And again, if you know what's coming next, you can take initiative and start filling in, but make sure you come back and watch and make sure you got the correct numbers filled in. But yeah, you should have 40 here, and then 48. And it's kind of difficult for me to write with this, but that should be an 8. 56, 64, 9 times 8, and really that's what we're doing. Then 10 times 8, 11 times 8, 9 times 8, 72, 10 times 8, 80, 88, 8 more would be 96, and remember this would be 12 boxes, would be about 96 muffins if we're thinking about our word problem. 13 boxes, it's going to be 104. There's 8 more than 96. And then 14 boxes would be 112 muffins. So step 2, if we come down here, let me find my cursor again. There it is. Multiples of 8 that, find the multiples of 8 that 110 is between. So in our problem, we found 13 times 8, which was right over here, the 104. So we can go ahead and write that in, 104. And 14 times 8 we already found, whoops, right over here, 112. Now, if we hadn't done that, or again, we could do our boxes as well. I could do mental math. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 3 is 24. 80 plus 24 is 104. 110 is between blank and blank. Well, those are the two numbers we just found, 104 and 112. So 110 divided by 8 is going to be between 13 and 14. 110 is closest to, well, which one of these numbers, 104 or 112, is 110 closest to? Well, the difference between 104 and 110 is 6, so it's 6 away. And the difference between 112 and 110 is 2, so 112 is only 2 away. So 110 is closest to 112. So 110 divided by 8 is going to be about 14. Now, our actual answer, will it be less than 14 or greater than 14? Yeah, our actual answer will be less than 14 because, see, our actual number here is 112, which is slightly bigger than our 110, which is what we're trying to find, what we would eventually have to find for the exact answer. So there will be about, and remember our counting numbers up at the top represented our boxes. Where's my mark? There it is. 14. Okay. Now I want you to go ahead and try this on your own. You can pause the video and try to write in these multiples. If you took some initiative, you might have already done so. List the next 8 multiples of 10. The next 8. So these first 2 don't count. So 30, that'd be 1. 40, that's 2 multiples. 50, that's 3 multiples. 60, that's 4 multiples. 70, that's 5 multiples. 80, 90, 100. Let's see how many multiples we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that's a 0, not a 6. Again, I apologize. It's hard to write with this. Okay, list the next 7 multiples of 100. So same thing, except now we're counting by hundreds. 100, 200, 300. That would be 1 multiple. 400. That would be 2 multiples, and we need 7 multiples. So 500, 600, 700, 800. Let's see, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more. 900. So now I have 7 multiples of 100. All right, continue to the next video. Turn the page in your book and we'll continue on.